I'm E-House.
I'm Kyle.
And we have a little bit of educational rant for you today. And that's why Airsoft Keymod is stupid.
Incredibly stupid. I mean, this is why Airsoft needs to get its stuff right and do a little more research before it does it. I mean, Eric, you want to explain the difference here?
Okay. So as you see here, I have a Crytac CRB, an Airsoft company that cuts their Keymod to real steel spec. That means that inside these keyholes is actual beveling so that you get more surface area actually interfacing with the accessories that you mount onto the Keymod. So for example, this BCM Gunfighter grip will actually fit onto a Crytac or a real steel Keymod section because it will actually bevel properly and interface properly. That, on the other hand,
this, you will see, it looks very similar on the surface. Unfortunately, it does not have the beveling on the inside because they cut the corner of the manufacturing because it's a lot more manufacturing to do it right. And so you'll notice that there's a rail adapter here and an Airsoft specific cover here because it won't work. Basically meaning that you have to get Airsoft specific Keymod for the Keymod, which it's a unique thing in itself already. It's stupid.
Now, Speed Airsoft, the guys who make this light mount, are luckily very smart, and they include both Airsoft spec and real deal spec Keymod for the actual adapters that come in with this light mount. Now, that's a good way to do it, I guess, if you're going to have, if you're going to try to sell to both markets, but you shouldn't have to. Because what you're ultimately doing is you're segmenting the marketplace and making it where you have to gamble with whether or not your stuff is going to fit. And, Lord knows, half the time, the companies will just say, oh, we have a Keymod handguard, not telling you that it's not real Keymod spec. So this BCM Gunfighter grip, we've tried it, will not fit on that Keymod rail on the G&G Wildhog.
Doesn't go.
These Midwest Industry Keymod rail covers will not fit on this not real deal Airsoft Keymod rail. So you're very limited. Halo Strategic Thorntail mounts that mount lights, those Halo Strategic mounts will not fit. The Speed Airsoft mount, luckily, they're very smart. They include both. Those will fit. Jag Arms, actually, they make their own Keymod sections that are beveled, so they will fit real deal Keymod, but they will also fit Airsoft spec because they will just slide over because they include a little bit of extra space on there. But you shouldn't have to. The companies should get their shit together and make it so that you can just use all the same spec. It's an open source specification. It does not require a licensing fee to create Airsoft Keymod. All it requires is extra time on the CNC. If you don't want to spend the extra time on the CNC, but you still want to have a lighter weight modular rail system, go M-LOK.
Exactly. That's a solid design, and it really undercuts people because, sometimes a lot of players, they don't always go after and look at the really small details. They just say, oh, it's Keymod, then they order a bunch of Keymod stuff thinking it's going to fit because why wouldn't it fit?
It's Keymod.
It's Keymod, right? And like me, I have a real Keymod rail on a high-end AR that I built as a lightweight project. And I tried to put some of the accessories on this thing as well. Doesn't work. And that was kind of like, why? Why did you do that? Why did you even make it just to say oh, Keymod? That's a poor corner to cut. You know what? And on cheap clone guns, I guess you can kind of expect that stuff is going to be broken. But this, for example, this is not a cheap gun, and it's not a corner that they should have cut.
No. When you're retailing your gun for $200 or over, in my opinion, you shouldn't be cutting corners on your Keymod. You should either not be doing Keymod, or you should be doing Keymod properly. There's no reason in my mind for Airsoft spec Keymod to exist other than, well, it looks like Keymod, so it looks cool. Yeah, but it's a worse Keymod because it has less surface area integrating and it doesn't actually lock in properly, and it's not compatible with all these other different real Keymod segments. So you're just polluting the market with this garbage that isn't going to fit half or more of the actual rails that are on the market, and it's really kind of a pain in the ass navigating that minefield.
It's like buying into a proprietary system that looks just like another system that's niche within itself. It's stupid. It makes absolutely no sense to do.
Yeah. So in my opinion, you need to either cut your Keymod properly or go M-LOK or just go quad rail Or what happened to direct thread attachment? I mean, the Centurion CMR rail is a direct attachment.
Yeah.
The new Crytek Alpha Series, they didn't want to pay to put Keymod on the Alpha Series, so they went with direct attachment. Do that. That's what's wrong with that.
There's so many ways to do a rail system that's going to work and be interchangeable with everything that you need it to. Why make something broken? It's stupid.
So that's a little bit of an educational rant. Basically, real deal Keymod is better. There's no reason for Airsoft Keymod to exist, logically speaking. It's just a pain in the ass. So, I don't know. That's a little pet peeve of mine. Maybe you guys agree or disagree. Let us know in the comments if you've ever had any frustrations of your own with Airsoft Keymod, because obviously we didn't make this video out of nowhere. We've had our fair share.
It's happened.
Yep. So, yeah, I'm E-House.
I'm Kyle.
And this is Gun Gamers. Peace.